Bottom of the barrel, bottom of the barrel, where we always feel so tall. Bottom of the barrel, bottom of the barrel, 'cause the barrel is only 2 foot small.
Guys, welcome back to Bottom of the Barrel.
You made it. You made it. We made it, and you made it.
We did.
I'm
oh
happy
my
for
God,
you guys.
we're both here. I'm kind of jealous of that beer you're drinking. Not gonna lie, even though.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you listening, it looks like a sex toy.
Yeah.
It is ribbed. It is ribbed for those of you listening, not for those of you watching.
Right.
It is pink. And it has little bedazzled beads on the end of it that spells Wes for some reason, and it vibrates.
And there's no liquid inside, and it's just a vibrator.
And it's solid rubber, for just through and through. It's not a
Won't take
beer
it
at
out
all.
of his mouth.
Yeah, well, I thought you were drinking a beer the whole time.
Nope.
I didn't know you had to pour the beer that far down your throat.
Just getting ready to come visit you, buddy. That's all.
How do you drink your beer? I just pour it right into my esophagus. I pour it halfway down my trachea, right into my stomach. As close as I can get to my stomach with the whatever object is in there, the better.
Yeah, and if you can't get it that way, you go up the other way and try.
Right.
You're gonna try to meet in the middle, one way or the other.
Oh, a butt chug?
Yeah.
Are you talking butt chugsy?
That's the only way
butt chuggers?
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's what friends do.
They did it on Jackass.
Yeah, well, there you go. I can do it. I'm not
It's
scared.
funny because did you watch the Steve-O Gnarly?
No, it seemed too gross for me, to be honest. Is it too much? It seems like a lot.
At times it is too much, but I'll tell you, it's really interesting because the guy's been through a lot. He's seen some shit, not gonna lie. Literal shit. He's seen his own shit probably more times than we've seen our own shit. He's there's like the butt chug thing, because they were talking about what made it and what didn't make it to Jackass.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, that's the whole
And they're
premise,
like the initial butt chug never made it because when they did it, it started coming back out of the tube and ended up just shooting everywhere. And there's shit everywhere, and like it was just really graphic, and so they had to reshoot that whole thing.
It's hard to imagine anything not making it onto Jackass.
Yeah, can you imagine the stuff that hasn't made it? Oh, for sure. So he talks about a lot of that stuff, which is really interesting, I thought. And
I love the comeback.
Oh, the comeback's great.
Yeah, I love everything about the way Steve-O is now. It makes me so happy. Other than him being sober, I don't root for that.
No, he's. You know what? I actually am a fan of sober Steve-O because he still reminisces, and I think that's the best part.
Yeah, he's honest about his former life, which is cool.
Yeah,
he doesn't
like, oh, this was, I'm not going to talk about that or anything. Like, no, he's fucking fully into, this is what it looked like on meth. Check it out. And he laughs at himself. So it's kind of funny in that way. And, it's redeeming. It's a really redeeming thing for him to be able to do that, because he's had some pretty low fucking points in his life.
Dude, I had the craziest drug story the other day. Like 3 days. Whenever I just went to Northern Alberta for a gig. Okay. Now, I started to cut you off here, but that just reminded me.
No, you're good. Dude, this is way more interesting.
This guy offered me. He stood in the back of a pickup truck and offered me blow off of the end of a 15-inch buck knife blade. Right? Like just scooped into a thing and held it out. And he's like, "You want this?" And it looked like Rambo wandered into the set of like Wolf of Wall Street. But he was dressed like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It was fucking wild. And I'm like, where in the world am I right now? Like, are we in
still
Colombia?
trying to wrap my head around those three references.
Yeah.
Rambo, Wolf of Wall Street, and fucking Fear and Loathing. Put that together in your head right now. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Well, no, but like I've just never seen. I don't think, other than in a movie, like I don't know. Like, do people stick knives into big containers full of cocaine and have mounds on the end of them and hold them to people? That seems too much for me. I was like, what's happening right now?
Only in movies, I thought.
Yeah, like this. I literally thought I wandered into the set of something. I'm like, this cannot be real. Like,
it was real.
Dude, yeah. They're like,
How
oh,
do you
that's
know?
just. Yeah, you know me, Chris. I'm like, no needle. If it's not a needle, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm only into shooting stuff into me.
That's crazy.
No,
and this
it freaked me right out.
This was a client.
Yeah, so like, well, this is just one of the rowdy assholes that were part of there. But this guy, like, he's so much fun, obviously. But I was like, you go up to, I'm like, for those, look on a map, Google Edmonton, and then look 2 hours north of that. There's nothing up there. It's northern Canada. Yeah. They don't have COVID. right? Like at all. They never had
or fentanyl.
or fentanyl or whatever. I don't know. I guess this is how they pass the time, but it shocked me to my core. It was amazing. And like they didn't have COVID. They have 30 cases since I left. I don't know how that correlates, but
Are you serious?
no, I'm not serious. But like, who invites someone from downtown Toronto to come to their small town to perform, knowing that I'm probably bringing the COVID.
I'll tell you who.
Yeah, this guy, the fucking buck knife. I was worried that if I didn't,
I know exactly who.
I'm gonna ask to get paid afterwards, and he's gonna show me the knife again. You know what? Keep it. It was scary.
You know what? That is a little bit threatening. It's like threatening. It's like either you're gonna have a great time with this guy, or you're gonna have the worst time of your life, and you might never live again. You know.
I'm like, what if how do I say no to these drugs without getting the wrong end of this knife? You know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
But yeah, so I was doing close-up magic. First time in forever, like walking
at the
around.
golf course.
Yeah, at the golf course. It was amazing.
So I think we talked about this last time.
Oh yeah.
Where you had to do 2 tricks all day over and over again?
Yeah.
How did that go?
I did double cross for those magicians listening, which is the most touch your hands. Like I'm touching people's hands. I've
performed it since, and you know what? People don't care because you know what? Here's the thing about magic.
I don't care at all.
No, here's the thing about magic is like magic breaks those rules. I found out, and not in a way that's like not in a bad way that you think like it's in a way the same way a magician can be like. I'm a magician. Here, stick your left hand out. Stand on this table for a sec. Lift one foot up. Here, give me your hat. Pass me your wallet.
Passcode
Perfect.
to your word.
Hold on to this drink. Yeah. All right, perfect. I'm gonna leave with your girlfriend. I'll be right back. You know, so magic is exactly that, where people just kind of give shit over to you, and included in that shit is total control of everything, because they trust you 100%. Here's a social experiment that we should try. We should get somebody who isn't a magician. See where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And see in social situations what they can get away with. How long can you have somebody stand on one leg on a chair with their hands over their eyes or whatever it is without being a magician, but telling people because you're a magician, they have to do this? Like, it's
and
insane you can get away
you
with.
never actually get to the trick. You just keep setting up. And like, I love the one where it's like, hey, can I see your phone? Can you open it for me? And they just go on their passcode, hand you the phone. You're like, why did you do that? Like, you're crazy.
Let me see that ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're your prized possession from your grandma. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh, which one's worth more? Oh, this one. Oh, give me that one then. Literally what it is.
It's amazing.
Literally. I asked that question actually when I do nest of wallets. There's another trick where the ring ends up in a nest of wallets, really. And self-explanatory. And I do that, and I ask them, and I say, "What's can I borrow a ring?" And they start taking one off, and I'm like, which one's like worth more to you?" And they say, "Oh, this one." I'm like, "I'll have that one." And they go, and they're reluctant sometimes. They'll go, "Oh," and I'll say, "No," and they'll go, "Okay." And
trust me, I'm a professional liar. Like,
trust me, I'm a magician. So I say, you've never met me before. You don't know me. And I say, yeah, I'm a magician. And there's I've built up more trust with you than you would have with your spouse on the first date, which is fucked up to say. But like when you think back, like, let me borrow this item, or give me your hand, stand here, do this, do that. You've already given me more trust than if I were to come up to you at a bar and be like, "Hey, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you." You're like, "Ugh, creep." Yeah. And already, if I came up to you and be like, "Hey, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you. Hey, can I ask you a favor? Do you mind handing me your wallet?"
Yeah.
Can I see your phone for a second?
Yeah.
What a weird thing to ask somebody. And for sure it's no. But as soon as I'm a magician, "Hey, I'm a magician." "Really?" "Yeah. Here, let me see your phone." Instantly.
And even like if you're trying to get information from someone, you could be like, think of your mother's maiden name, and they're like,
right,
okay, and you're like Jones. They're like, no, it's Hulkin or whatever. You're like, oh, and now you're like, oh, got that info. Like what? So I don't know. Yeah. Well, we could be really. Well, I hope we didn't get anyone bad ideas, but like, yeah, man, that's.
But that's a really interesting social experiment. I feel like we should try with one with a non-magician. I feel like would be better.
Totally.
Just to show them. To what point you can get away with things as a magician. Like, it's pretty crazy.
Fuck yeah, I like that a lot. A non-magician, there's a long list of those people we could use. We could use anybody.
Most people actually.
Yeah, I was gonna drop a funny name, and nothing came to me. I was gonna drop a really funny mutual friend's name.
You're gonna try a mutual friend. We're like, oh, we have none. They're all magicians.
Yeah, pretty much.
So sad.
I love striking out on camera. Feels good. Oh man. What else was I gonna say? No, that's it. We're done. See you guys.
Oh man, how was your week?
I love how I've been sitting here with a green screen behind me, and Chris hasn't asked me once why I have a green screen, which is fine. You don't know why. That's fine. But I'm surprised how little it affected your. You're just like, okay, whatever.
So to be fair, I asked you off camera, and you said ask me again on camera.
Yeah.
And then I'll answer you, and I lost interest.
Yeah. Oh, glad we got the give and take here. Nothing but honesty here at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, like that's fine, really.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll just not even talk about it. I feel at this point.
I'm just very proud of myself for buying a green screen. So I was using a sheet before. And
Are those one of those ones that you fold in?
Yeah.
Dude, I got one of those, and it took me 3 YouTube tutorials
to learn how to fold it.
Because it's a freaking nightmare. Like that shit'll pop up on you like. And they're like 8 feet long, right? So if you have an 8-foot ceiling, it's like pop right in the ceiling, like so quickly.
I can't wait to move into your house. That way I can put holes in the wall and not worry about it.
Yeah, you go for it.
Holy fuck. You know what people keep asking me, and I want to make sure I bring it up this time, is they want to hear, I would say our take, but probably your take on David Blaine's Ascension.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because we never talked about it. We watched it together. And
And I read those comments, by the way. I read them too. I don't read my own, but I read those. No, I do read my own too, just not all of them. Just not the ones that you asked me. The ones that are listening. But Ascension. First of all, before we get into this, I want to talk about that comment you sent me.
Oh yeah,
I want to talk about that. So like, we got a pretty good like-dislike ratio on this podcast. Because I feel like if you're listening to this, you're cool shit. Like like we'll get along. 100%. And that's the whole basis of a podcast. Don't listen to a podcast if you differ in point of view, because you just won't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Podcasts are made for people who have a like-minded opinion, I feel, on comedy and on whatever subject it is. Or
else you just scream at your fucking, you'll just be screaming at your computer.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Well, I disagree. Like, yeah, okay. But if you were here, we'd talk about it. But you're not.
Yeah.
So shut up, you know? To be fair, like, okay, let's read the comment. Can you read the comment?
No, it's on my phone. I don't have my phone anymore. I can drink Jameson though.
I'll paraphrase it.
Yeah, it said,
"Fuck this guy. He's such a dick.
Yeah.
Fuck his stupid face and something to that extent."
I'll put it up for people watching. I'll put it up so you can see.
There was no, and we'll see how close I got. There was no context of why. There was no like. Yeah. It was just, I think, a generalization of he fucking hates me, this guy, right? And I don't know what triggered him.
Didn't say about a topic, nothing. Just said it.
Fuck, man. And I would have loved to know what it was that triggered this guy so much. Yeah. Well, I'd be sure to repeat it today. Or maybe it was just how I am. In which
I didn't
case,
block him. I didn't. Well, how you are annoys a lot, and me included.
I understand that.
I never blocked this guy, so feel free to clarify why, so Chris can repeat whatever it was that annoyed you.
I mean, if he's watching, like we're 20 minutes into this one. I mean, if he's still here, just swearing at me, like just waving his fists around, like in the air, just punching shadows at his house, like screaming into a pillow. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what you get from doing that, but it's crazy to me.
I've been a few comments about you on the thing, the channel, and I think it's at the beginning. I think it was people that don't understand how good of friends we are, right. And so sometimes we're like, you're saying shit to me, I'm laughing or whatever, but like it's pretty poignant, mean shit, right? Yeah. But like I obviously find it funny, but like they're getting like almost defensive on my behalf, like don't let them bully you. I'm like, well,
I don't think. And here's my take on that. I don't think a lot of people have the relationship that we have. To be fair, I don't. I really don't. And I've met a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I've befriended people, and people have tried to befriend me. And I feel like even my close friends who I'm close with, like my pre-Magic friends and my my homies and stuff, like I'm close with them, but just not close to the point where I can tell them like you look like you look like Ellen DeGeneres' body after it floated up out of the river, Wes. You know,
Yeah, that's
I
great.
can't say that
Love
to
it.
very many
That's
people,
nice.
and they, well, I can say it to whoever I want, but they just can't appreciate it. You know, so
I
that's
love
what makes
that.
us good friends.
Yeah, you always think of creative ways to hurt my feelings. That's good. Please.
That's the very basis of friendship. I feel like
I
if you
agree.
can get your
Yeah.
friendship to the point where you are just like creatively insulting each other and making each other laugh, like fuck, man, that's the zone.
Yeah.
That really is a zone.
Yeah, like it makes sense. I can see why you don't go on any dates. You already have titties big enough. You don't even need to date anybody. It makes sense.
That's
you know? Like,
that.
it's
I
fine.
can stay home with these melons.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wear baggy clothes.
Yeah, yeah, it's not helping.
Depend-
It's just outlining a fatter person. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I wear it so you can't see the outline of the bra I'm wearing to hold these titties up. Yeah. So it always. But I guess you're right. You're right. It's the initial people that came here from maybe some of the videos that they've seen on my channel,
Right.
and now being like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, one of the all-time great comments
You know.
we got the other day that I put up was like, I never thought I'd live long enough to hear Chris Ramsey say clit on a video. And
I loved that comment, by the way, because I'm like,
yeah.
I'm happy there's a place where I can say it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, and I think ultimately we're talking the other day. I don't know if Chris knows I'm going to say this, but we're going to move all this to its own channel. You know, we're going to put up a whole
Yeah.
channel here, I think, because it just make it more, just so we can make it all whatever, just be for specifically
Make
for
it more
saying clit.
official.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Wes's channel's a fucking nightmare right now. It's got like, look at it. All right, stop. Press pause. All right, hold on. Don't press pause yet. So go.
Yeah, don't press
Open it.
pause
Open
yet.
it. Open a new window. All right.
Oh,
Type in Wes Barker YouTube or Stunt Magician YouTube or however you find it.
Mm-hmm.
Naked Magic. And then once you're on his page, just scroll through the amount of playlists
Yeah.
and the amount of different videos and see how many you can count. It's
Too many.
this. You know what? This is this cuts deep with Wes. Like me talking about this right now, he's like, I really don't like the sound of this.
Getting a little flustered right now.
It's very introspective, but he knows this about himself, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to call it out. His channel's a fucking mess. It's a clusterfuck right now. It looks like your channel looks like a thrift shop. Like it's just got one of everything.
Oh fuck, that's my favorite. Yeah, yeah. It's like I look like I'm literally trying to please every single kind of person.
Hey man, it's either that or fucking just 90 puzzles in a row. Like, I mean, you know, what's
Yeah.
better? You know,
But mine kind of looks like the homepage to Reddit or something. Like it's just different variety. Like it doesn't make any sense.
like Facebook Marketplace and it's fucking
Dude.
oh man, it fucking
yeah.
looks like a Craigslist fucking ad. It looks like all those ads you see on Facebook. All the thumbnails for all those ads are just Wes's channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's how
But-
it feels. I'm gonna start
but
breaking it
that's-
down a little bit more.
That's why we want but you know what? We love it too because it's so much fun. Your channel is a bit of like an experiment, which is kind of cool at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it's a legitimate stream of income and a job, but it's also, you know, still an experiment because like just like throwing it out, see what sticks. But it's fun because you really do get to see what sticks.
Yes.
I mean,
Truly.
you had that video pop off. That was
Yeah.
the flight attendant video you did with Kristen, which is
Yeah.
one of the most viewed videos on your channel.
Yeah. Top 5.
And top 5. And that was just, I'm just going to do a skit.
Yeah, you've
And
been telling me to do sketches
boom.
forever, and I'm like, yeah, we'll try one. And then it's like, pop.
Yeah.
Like a couple million on YouTube, 10 million on Facebook. That's insane.
That's
So, yeah.
the way, I didn't think that's the way social media should be approached, you know.
Yeah. And then
with,
after that, I've just been trying to. Eric says a good idea. Eric Leclerc says a good idea. I take the idea. I actually go
Just do
do
it
the
first.
idea. And then also that's been yielding some pretty good results as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, hey, Eric's not going to do anything with them.
no. Speaking of Eric
Yeah.
not doing anything, he was at your place making videos, so he might have done something maybe.
Oh, he was editing. He sends me like his little edits that he thinks are funny. Do you ever do that to you when he's like super proud of like an edit and he sends it and he uses like a 9-year-old meme?
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
Or a meme a 9-year-old would use, like either way. It's just completely, you're like, is this funny still? Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like he still does that, but good for him. I wanted, like, he worked hard, man. They came here, they made a fucking mess of my office. They came here and filmed, did a video with Alex. I did a video. We all did some really cool shit. But then Eric's like, I'm doing 50 tricks in 5 minutes. Fills up my entire desk with just objects. Just magic shit, right? Rehearsed for a day, wrote down lists. Like I told legitimately, I was like, Eric, you put more work into this one video than I have in all 3 of my videos this whole week. And my videos are still so much better. I'm like, like, Eric, there's something you're not getting right now. And he's like, no, this video is going to be a banger. I'm like, it won't. It'll be a good video, but like
not worth the.
You're so much like he's so much more talented than he thinks. Like that he gives him credit. He gives himself credit for, and I mean that he puts so much. He's like, oh, this magic and this and that. I'm like, dude, I have a fucking blast just listening to you.
Yes.
No matter what you do, it could literally be an audio recording, and you can upload it to YouTube, and I would listen to the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't get that. He thinks, I got to go the extra mile. I'm like, you're working so much harder to make a video so much less great.
So he'll make a video, and if it doesn't do well, he gets discouraged, never makes another video. If it does do well, he gets afraid of not matching that with the next video, so he doesn't post. Either way, I'm like, what are you even doing, man?
Either way, it's once a year.
Yeah. So go to Eric's channel. It's probably up. So enjoy his annual video. It's probably up right now.
We're on the threshold of him being like, 2021 babies, we're gonna come back to YouTube. Like that. Usually November, December is when he hits that threat. He's done it 2-3 years in a row now.
I love when they were at your place, because I talked to Eric. I'm like, Eric, how's it going over there? And he's like, Chris is in a mood. So then I FaceTime you. I'm like, what's up? You're like, I'm in my office because these guys have taken over. Like, you're in your like editing room because they've taken over your whole fucking office. And I'm like, oh, that's why you're in a mood. Like, I would be too. Eric spending all of his effort.
He's not even filming the video. He filmed it the next day. Completely like trashed. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'll film it tomorrow. Like, you can't do that. It's fine. He filmed it. It took him 3 hours to shoot it.
Holy shit.
And then he texted. Well, no, we talked. He's gonna be mad at me for this, but we talked, and he's like, oh, some of those, because Alex filmed the whole thing. Poor Alex had to be subject to 3 hours of filming or whatever, and Alex was filming it, and Eric's like, sometimes some of these takes, he's like, it's just fucking Alex, man. He's like, yeah, it's good, let's go, you go next, and and in my head I'm like, I didn't tell him this, I should have, and I'm like, fucking you did for free. He just sat behind the camera. Took care of everything. Camera, everything. Shots, lighting, fucking memory cards, sound, all that. Focus, all that. For hours. And Eric's like, fucking Alex.
And I mean, funny. Oh, it's super funny. And you and Alex got a great video that probably took you 30 minutes to shoot.
Yeah. No, it was like 20, 15 minutes. Yeah. But that's another, that's an interesting subject though that I've been giving a lot of thought on lately as well. It's just, the effort ratio to what it's going to yield. Now, I do believe, Mr. Beast said this before, I do believe that, should we restart the timer right here?
Yep.
So I was saying, I do believe that if you go the extra mile, your audience will notice. And that's one of the reasons that we've always tried to up the quality of the videos, listen to, some of the good comments, and look at what other people are doing, see how we can adapt and change
comments
what
like,
we're doing.
Fuck you, you're a dick, and I hate you, that kind of comment?
Dude, that's what gets me hard in the morning. Literally, I wake up flaccid. I turn my phone on, I get a text like that, like a fucking rock, buddy. And I'm just fucking swinging dick all day with shit like that. But honestly, like,
amazing.
I think
keeps you from stepping on it. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, going the extra mile means something, but I think to a certain extent. Because if you look at Mr. Beast, who said that, he's like, well, if you go the extra mile, your audience will. But the extra mile might not always mean getting the perfect shot or getting quality sound. Yeah. I think the extra mile solely, not in every case, but almost only applies to the content.
Like the idea, or just
the execution of the content, not how it is filmed per se. Always, but it's so
right. So like I think okay. So if I said I'm going to stack 1,000 paint cans on top of each other, doing that and shooting it poorly is better than stacking 100 and shooting it really well.
That's
that
correct.
What you mean? Okay,
That's yeah. Well, see, I'm still stacking 100 paint cans. I feel,
but shooting it beautifully.
But I'm shooting it beautifully, and I'm getting enough of an audience who can appreciate how those paint cans were shot, right? Mm-hmm. But nowhere near the size of the audience who's going to appreciate 1,000 paint cans being stacked,
Yeah.
And then I compare myself, and I see those two, and I'm like, how come this is getting all the views and this isn't? I'm like, this is so much more beautiful.
Right.
But that's not the point always. It is to some people, but for the majority of people, quality really doesn't matter.
They want to
really
see epicness, not epic fucking cinematics. They want to see epic idea.
But man, it matters to me so much.
Yeah.
And that's just like the visual artist within me, like the videographer, the photographer within me has a really hard time letting go of that entirely. I can let go of it to a certain extent throughout a vlog. I can have these live real moments, but then I need to bring it back. I need to get some eye candy out of it, or else I'm just not happy. I don't think it's a good video, even though it'll do well. I'm like, weird how that one did well. I fucking hated that video. Like, that's how I feel about them.
Dude, every time I drop a video, I'm like, ooh, this one feels good. I know why I like it, because I think I finally got like the pacing of it. I'm like, oh, I got the angles right. Like, I'm not very good. And then it's like, okay, that one's gonna eat shit for sure.
And then it fucking tanks. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
That's how I feel now. The better I feel about a video, the worse it's gonna do.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not like.
I mean, and
honestly, close to
honestly,
being true.
Same with Pornhub. The more I like a video, the less of it I'll watch. If you think about it.
Don't take my low viewer retention. Don't mistake my low viewer retention to my interest to the video and the subject.
Yeah, please.
All right,
don't.
low viewer retention means fucking
well done.
great video. That's hilarious. Wow.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good shit.
You just absolutely nailed the Pornhub algorithm. Fuck, man. You get paid when people just watch for 20 seconds. You get paid way more on Pornhub than if they stick through the whole video.
Yeah, if they go over 5 minutes, you're not making hardly anything on that video.
No, they got a nut within the first 30 seconds. Who's I showing this to the other day? I was showing Eric and Alex, actually. More Pornhub talk.
Yeah, couldn't hurt.
Yeah, let's forget the magic of the YouTube stuff. Let's talk about what really matters here. There's CPM on Pornhub, by the way, which I've talked about a few times with you, and I thought about how I can incorporate what I do onto that platform. Believe it or not,
So crazy.
As a businessman, I feel like it was my duty to
a businessman. I love it.
A businessman.
Yeah.
I feel like it was my duty to recognize that platform, see the potential in it, and I didn't do anything with it, but I had to look into it. CPM's right about $253, so probably the same people are making on Facebook, which is pretty low, but it's still pretty high.
It's a lot of numbers
if you count a lot of views, because some of those videos hit millions and millions of views, right? You get videos like stuck porn, which is fucking up there, like 50, 60 million views. I'm looking at numbers, right? That's the only reason I'm on Pornhub, by the way. I'm looking at these numbers, and I'm like, fucking 70 million views at $3 CPM. You're talking this video, probably $21,000.
Yeah.
Right? Minimum. Which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Probably way
it's
more than
probably just going to trickle forever, too. It's not going to
And so much more money than it costs to make.
Yeah.
When you think about it, right? Probably. No expensive puzzles.
Yeah.
No,
and there's like a hairless chest porn, I'm sure. So you can get in there and do some shirtless puzzles, naked puzzles, and they'd watch your hairless beastness, I
mean, here's the interesting thing about the site, though. When I went on it, I was like, there are videos that have nothing to do with sex. They are just, so like it could be somebody being topless. It could even be somebody in a cast. As weird as that is, people are into it. People are into a lady in a cast, completely clothed, wearing a cast, and just showing it off. So people are into some weird shit. So there could be a whole video of maybe card magic, but doing it with my feet or someone else's feet or girls' feet or something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
There's a market there where you don't have to resort to actual porn that you can still monetize from, which I thought was really interesting. And I did seriously look into it. Just like, I could do magic for, I could, hire models, 5 models, topless, and just do a 10-minute set for these topless models, upload it to YouPorn or Pornhub or whatever, and people would like it. It would go around.
I love you're like YouPorn or Pornhub or RedTube or XNXX or XHamster. Or, I don't know the names. YouJizz, YouJizz 2. Like, I don't know the names of them, but
are those all real?
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah. I thought you'd be with me on that. Right.
Yeah, no, I had no idea.
I could have said 10 more.
So yeah, and so I saw this. So on that same tangent, through my research in Pornhub, my extensive research.
Yeah, of course.
I only research it for like a minute at a time, though. It's extensive, but it's only a minute. I only go in for like a minute, then I'm out because it gets too hairy.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it gets too messy.
There was one, and I don't know if this girl is the only one who does this. But she basically took the vlog format, the Casey Neistat straight up fucking vlog format, added amateur porn into it, and fucking uploaded it. And the shit's getting like millions of hits, like 8 to 10 million views. A video.
That's genius.
Crushing Casey, by the way. She's destroyed. Here's your title for this fucking thing. Pornhub star. Pornhub vlogs destroy Casey Neistat's vlogs or some shit.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's gonna get demonetized right away on ours, but that's fine because I won't use the word porn. But I'm in. I won't get my $12.
Here's where I was going with this. Like, I'm watching this video, and it starts off by saying, it's so brilliant. Like, I can appreciate this. I really can. It starts off by saying, if you're here for the sex, skip to 11 minutes.
Oh.
So straight up, I'm like, milady, appreciate that, but also, what are the first 11 minutes about?
Now I have to know. Yeah.
Now I got to watch. So I'm watching this, and it's literally a girl. She's French from France, and she's vlogging in a tent. She's out in a tent, like camping with her boyfriend. She's like, "Hey, good morning," like this. "Hey, good morning. We're here in the tent. Blah blah blah. Whatever." A little morning routine, some B-roll, some time lapse. Beautifully shot and color corrected. Making eggs. She gets dressed, so now she's changing. Takes her shirt. Oh, see her titties. Now she's like putting her shirt on. You're like, okay, it's a little bit of voyeurism there, and it goes on, and it's all these little like slightly sexual like references with her boyfriend where she like grabs his crotch at one point, like this and that, but it's not at all like some setup studio stepsister fucking shit, right? It's none of that. It's very authentic. This legitimately feels like her boyfriend or at least her fuck friend. And they go out and do this, vlog out in the woods. And there's all these little moments of vlog interspliced with these little, sexually charged moments, and then get to 11 minutes. Sure enough, they find a spot in the woods and they start going at it.
I'm out. You lost me there.
Gross. But here's the interesting part is that multi-angle. So they're alone. This is always on tripod. And there's like, it starts here, and then there's an angle from underneath, there's an angle from over here, there's an angle from over here, there's an angle from over here, but it's the same camera. Because there's never a camera in the shot, right? So I think they always had to stop and be like, let me set up for the next shot. Whoa. And she really took the YouTube approach to vlogging, took fucking what people love about vlogging, took what people love about porn, all that amateur real stuff that people are
added a little Bear Grylls,
added a little Bear Grylls, and put that together and made literally one of the best vlogs I've seen in a long time. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not like it's so you have to. I'll send you the link after, Wes. Like it's
I'll give it a go. I'll watch it.
It's
real
an
quick, just
actual
for science
vlog. Wow. Like at no point do you like, and it's weird because you're also like kind of aroused because you're like the porn's coming, right? So it's like
that's what
you're there for.
I think I've been heavy breathing into this mic right now. I feel bad for anyone listening. I just realized I was just on top of this mic, just like yeah, Chris. Oh, interesting. Huh? Sounds like sorry.
Just cut out my audio. Throughout that whole bit. So anyways, that was a fucking hella crazy tangent we just went on, but I thought that was a really interesting thing to bring up because I've always been fascinated with the platform being monetizable on Pornhub, and that there is a market there for things that are not necessarily porn. This obviously was this vlog thing, but there is a market there for things that are sexually related, but also very monetizable. Like you can make a decent living doing that somehow. So I've always had that in the back of my mind. So when I saw this vlog, I was like, this person, genius. Good for her.
Yeah.
Like, if she's watching right now, obviously not watching.
Could you imagine though? It was so random.
So not my demographic. But what I can tell you is that somebody watching knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. This shit got 10 million views.
You fucking saw it.
Oh, buddy, that video got 10 million views. I walk down the street and somebody's like, "Love your puzzle videos." We got 2 million views. So guaranteed someone out there,
and how great is
make
that?
Make an anonymous account and be like, that was me. It's fine.
They get to shout out. Like, they see that her walking down the street. They go, "Love your vlogs." That's what they're gonna yell at her, which is great. She's winning every way.
I'm not even kidding. Like, if for those of you listening who think I'm being sarcastic,
I don't think you are.
One of the
I know you're
best vlogs I've seen in terms of, skip out all of the dirty, nudie parts and all of the getting down to business parts, just based on story, on shots, on quality. This was made by a professional vlogger. This is really well done. And I hats off. Like, I think that's the future of porn. Like, that was my take. That was my takeaway from it. Is like, look at the popularity of that
porn
vlogs.
is less porn. Okay, yeah.
No, the future of porn is like real, right? Because people want like the pizza delivery guy and stuff, but it's always so set up, right? And when it isn't set up, they're blurring things out to make it look like it isn't set up, and all these things, right? So, but like a vlog, man, that's smart. That's all I'm saying. Smart. And mark my words, man. 10 years from now, you're gonna have vloggers. Just doing that, because look, a lot of these influencers right now, the women, I'm sorry if I'm ranting right now, but a lot of these women are doing OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
They're out there and they're literally, peddling their soft core, sometimes hardcore photos and videos on this website for donations for money. So there's
people, you're right. People do want that content, and everyone wants to give that content.
Yeah, like a Tana Mojo and all this, right? And and on the other side, they're also still vlogging. So I'm like, well, so this just seems like a natural thing you would do, and an extra source of income for you, and probably an extra demographic that'll buy your T-shirts and sign up to your OnlyFans. Like, it really does feel like the future of porn is influencer meets porn. You got Adam22, No Jumper. He's big into that stuff too. Like, I feel like that is a legitimate sideline hustle that's going to take off.
Okay, well, you should look up for Chris Ramsey and his uploads to.
I'm done. That's where we end it. There's no coming back from that.
Oh, fuck. Well, I still gotta do a vibrator race, so we can end it there. Oh, fuck. It's too funny.
Oh, my God. How long have you been sitting on that?
Honestly, just when you started talking, it just came to me, which I'm like, wow, how have I not seen this before?
Man. And again, I'm sorry for ranting. I spoke a lot during this whole rant, but I felt good to talk about, so thank you for listening. Rams me. Fuck my life.
So good. Oh, fuck.
Cringe rams me?
Cringe Ramsey. Yeah, dude, we're up to 230 followers on the Cringe Ramsey Instagram, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like every photo.
It's got you in it, so why would you?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck. Man, this podcast is taking lefts and rights. All right, let's do a vibrator race. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Okay, hang on a second. Let me grab...
This shit should really be on a separate channel, now that I think about it.
Of course, man. Let's put it in a separate channel, like, whenever you're ready.
All right, this one. This very one?
Yeah, could do. All right. Isaiah Snedster. Sorry about that name, man. I don't know how to say that. Isaiah Snedster and Alexander's Fun and Random Channel. So Alexander and Isaiah. Which color is Alexander going to be, Chris?
Purple.
Alexander is purple, and Isaiah, you're pink. Chris, I think you're going to have to... Can you see the race?
I can. Yeah.
All right, ready? Ready?
All right. Yep.
Alexander's pink. Is that right? Can't remember anymore. Alexander, you're pink. Fuck it.
Okay. Oh my God! Did you throw that? It looks like you. Oh my God! No, purple's coming in. Oh, big time. Let's go. Wait. Oh, it's neck and neck, head and head. Who's gonna win? I really can't tell.
Oh! Alexander shoots ahead. Is that pink or purple?
No. What? Oh my God! Who won?
I don't know.
Who won? We need an instant replay. We need like a.
Yeah. Okay.
We need like a finish line. You know, like a finishing photo.
Oh, Jesus, that's too close. You know what? Pink, like in the words of my father, it's pink by a cunt hair.
Your father said that?
Yeah, he says it all the time.
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember when he said that, knowing who you're talking about. Yeah.
Just like
an
now.
old carpenter's term. Yeah, no one knows, but it's a carpenter's term, a sea hair. You're out by a sea hair. Yeah, that's pink. Alexander, well done. Isaiah, sorry, man. You were close, a close second. Speaking of which, I don't know. Message those guys and maybe get some coffee. 421 Brewhouse. They like to send coffee if you get second place because second's better than first. Oh, shit. That was good. That was a good race.
That was
got a lot.
I'm still coming down from it, to be honest.
Yeah. It's just...
2 truths, 1 lie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit, I never explained why. On the last one here, who we just raced there, they both guessed. I talked about last time ways I've lost my phone or had to get a new phone.
Oh, so I know at least one.
Yeah, the ones I talked about was like I drunkenly threw it in a pool, and pretty much I was like, why don't they make these motherfuckers waterproof? And I just threw it and went in the pool, and way before they were waterproof. And one time I sat down in my car, and I was wearing sweatpants. Last time I ever wore sweatpants in my whole life. I was wearing sweatpants. And as I sat down in my car and I went to close the door, the phone slid out of my sweatpants and fell, and I slammed the door. I literally slammed it as a phone, and they met in the middle, and I just smashed the phone to bits. And I was like, okay. And then the one that I lied about was dropping it off a chairlift skiing. I always talk on my phone on my chairlift. I'm always out
so
there.
You didn't talk about the time you left it in a taxi?
No. I think I talked about that another time. I talked about it already on the like people commented about that time, so I've talked about that time before.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was the best one though. Just AirPods, listening to music, and then all of a sudden they're just like,
yeah. I like the idea of you running around town, being like,
trying to listen,
just waiting for. Oh, I got a signal. You know, it's pretty funny.
Fuck.
So which one was a lie? Which one was a lie?
Well, the chairlift. I never drop it off the chairlift. I always use it on the ski lifts, and I never drop it. I never. Okay. I don't know. Cold hands and everything, and I never fucking drop it because I got iron grip.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, willfully throwing it into a pool is something you're not opposed to.
Yeah, because I thought like I'm cool, and this is a cool guy's move.
It was though.
Yeah, you know what? In the moment, as it left my hands, everyone's like,
ladies are probably throwing their undergarments at you.
Exactly.
I'm sure after
right.
that. Yeah.
Exactly right. They were slipping and sliding all around. I said, "Don't run around the pool or around me because I'm soaking." Okay, no, too far. All right. Pornhub.
2 truths, 1 lie.
Yeah, that's what you got. Anything for us today? What do you got for 2 truths, 1 lie? We'll edit.
Okay. I totaled a car. It was a Kia Cephia. Because I ran a stop sign and ran right into somebody's car. And then when the police got there, I blamed it on the other person and got away with it.
Holy shit.
I fell asleep at the wheel and completely totaled another car, barrel rolling it onto like the middle section of a highway, like the grassy section. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And when I was 15, me and my friend stole my friend's dad's car because we wanted to learn how to drive, and we ended up completely smashing the back end of it.
Wow.
And returned it the next day and said it wasn't us.
Damn. No animals were harmed in the making of any of those accidents, I hope.
Hey, young and dumb. YOLO.
Yeah, man. Yeah, YOLO.
I'm 36, man. I've seen some shit, all right? Don't fucking judge me. Those of you listening, if you're fucking 18, you shouldn't be here, first of all. If you're under 18, calling your parents, all right? This is not the fucking channel you want to be on. Second of all, If you're not as old as I am, then you just wait.
Yeah.
Shit'll happen to you too. It's not going to get better. Life's not getting better for you.
Try your best.
So which one's a lie?
Dude, I have no idea. This is great. I love it. Yeah, which one's a lie? Tell us. This is awesome. I'm gonna have to find out after so I know which.
I'll tell you right now. Bleep this out.
Okay. Whoa. Oh fuck. Well, this has been grand. This has been a grand old time. Fuck, I like this one. This is fun.
Yeah, it's a good podcast.
I haven't laughed in a while, boys. This is good stuff.
Again, all right. A little disclaimer. You should probably put a disclaimer before your videos, like 18 and over. I feel
for the podcast.
100%.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like at least like not meant for kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids gotta learn. We're here to teach them.
Not sure it's our place.
Okay. All right. I'll put a little disclaimer out there.
Yeah. At least
put
for
some
the
concrete
youngins,
in your coffee, kids. Pardon the fuck up.
Because you're using all the fucking Chris Ramsey SEO. I know you are. Trying to get those clicks.
What do you? I don't even put your name in this at all. I don't even like your name. Terrible name. I don't think I'm smart enough to use the SEO. I don't know what to do. All right. I'm gonna come see you this weekend. Next one of these is live at Chris's place together, 2 in 1 room.
Let's do 2 at least. Let's do 2 at least.
Okay.
Stop chickening out. This guy's such a. He's fucking.
Yeah. When was the last time you came to Toronto to visit me, you fucking prick? Jesus.
When's the last time anyone wanted to go to Toronto willfully without going against their will? Like, when was the last time someone without a machete full of coke to their face wanted to go to fucking Toronto?
Hey, I'm gonna call that guy. He'll bring it. He'll show you his buck knife. It's 15 inches long. It's scary.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you want to see
That's the type of shit you got to deal with if you go to Toronto.
This was in Alberta. All right.
Yeah, man. But it's a Toronto person dealing with it. That's what I'm saying.
I'll see you soon. I'll see you guys a little less soon. This has been great. Go to Eric's channel. His yearly video's up. See you guys later.
Bye.
Take care.
Down in the barrel, there's a naked man, a stupid drunk with a bottle in his hands. Along came a